Hello, welcome back to Whisky Wednesday. Another Wednesday, another whisky review. But this Wednesday, I'm actually reviewing some rum. So I think this is actually my first review, other than the Balcones Rumble Cask Reserve, which was a whisky-based liqueur. My first review that isn't actually whisky. This is rum. And by the way, have you guys seen Captain America Civil War yet? I went to see it on Friday night, just gone. Amazing, absolutely brilliant film. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it is absolutely stunning. What a film. Let me know your thoughts. Anyway, back to the actual spirit at hand. A good alternative. This is El Dorado 15-year-old. It's a Guyanan rum, and they produce it from a variety of different stills. And the stills at El Dorado, or at the Demerara Distillers, which is the kind of group that own El Dorado, they actually are wooden pot stills. Now the El Dorado 15 is a combination of 5 different types of distilled rum. You've got Kofi still rum, you've got double pot still rum, you've got single pot still rum, and a variety of different ages as well, going all the way up to 25-year-old in this. But obviously the youngest is 15, which is why they put the 15-year label on, because they have to declare the youngest whisky, or the youngest rum, I should say. Aged in ex-bourbon casks, and this comes from the Caribbean. Now rum is doesn't follow quite as strict rules as whisky. They are allowed to add sugar. They are allowed to add caramel colouring as well. You do get rums that are natural colour and they haven't had sugar added to them. It's kind of quite a different style, but they're kind of worth seeking out if you want to kind of experiment with rum. I'm not kind of, this is only pretty much the only rum I've bought in terms of to kind of drink neat. A lot of rums, if I buy, I will kind of mix into cocktails, but this I find neat is absolutely superb. It's bottled at 43%, and it's kind of targeted more at your kind of whiskey enthusiasts, because it hasn't got that kind of, you know, if you drink something, I don't know, I guess something cheap like Captain Morgan's, just all you can taste is really kind of molasses and kind of brown sugar, whereas this actually has a lot more complexity to it. So, on the nose, lovely kind of, well, I guess it's artificially coloured, but it's a lovely kind of copper hue to it from that kind of 15-year age in ex-bourbon barrels. Now I remember trying this a long time ago when I first started out in the whisky industry, and I remember thinking, bloody hell, that's really totally different to any other rums I've tried before. So, by the way, I sorted out the squeaky chair. I've changed chairs, so no squeaking anymore. On the nose, obviously sugar. There's vanilla, again, which you'd expect. Kind of lots of stewed tropical fruit. Peaches, caramelised pears. It really is kind of sweet, sugary, tropical fruit. Sense of the oak as well. You do get that bourbon cask influence coming through. Buttery vanilla oak. And a soft kind of, almost like an apple strudel, like kind of warm apple, cinnamon pastry. Let's give it a taste. Okay. Every time I try it, I really enjoy it, and you can see I've had this bottle for a while, but I'm kind of down to the last little bit now. Really tasty. Immediately, I get butter, vanilla essence, icing fondant. You know when you're making those little butterfly cakes and you put the icing fondant in, you put the bits of sponge. That kind of icing fondant. I think you might call it buttercream, or what do they call it in America? What's the icing? You don't call it icing in America, do you? The fondant icing topping. I can't remember. You'll know. Leave me a comment. The stuff you put on cakes. Frosting. Yeah, vanilla frosting. That's it. I'm not really up to date with kind of American terms. There's the apple, stewed apple. We get that bourbon cask influence, that's like a slightly kind of toffee edge. Let's give it another taste. Again, that sweet, grilled tropical fruit. There's a certain amount of toastiness there. I get a bit of clove. I'd almost go as far to say you get almost kind of like an aromatic spice. So think kind of like, maybe like almost curry spices, slightly kind of garam masala, a bit of kind of cardamom. So that is that slight intense aromatic taste to it. Really good, and a long finish as well. One final taste. Long, it's sugary, but I would never describe it as overly sweet. It's really well balanced. I think the aging helps that. It kind of settles down after a while. You can get this for approximately £45 in the UK market. It's well worth checking out. If you've not had kind of a, I guess, luxury premium rum before, then this is a good one to start with. There's plenty of other rums on the market available. And if you want to check any other rum reviews out, check out Ralphie's channel, Ralphie Stuff. He reviews lots of rums. In fact, he really reviews lots of other spirits as well, other than just whiskey, although whiskey is his forte. This is my first rum review. I'm sure I'll do more in the future. Score-wise, you know what? I think it's really tasty. I think I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It's delicious. That on its own, if you wanted to add ice, I think it would work with an ice cube. But I've basically just sipped through that whole bottle neat as is. Perfect, 9 out of 10. Lovely little rum. Please let me know what you think. I hope you've enjoyed this non-whiskey review. A good alternative. Leave me a comment and I'll see you next week. And next week I'm reviewing the Jim Beam Black 8-year-old. This is the 8-year-old US edition. So, take care and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.